Welcome back to the broadcast. Came back here with Jim Portune. Well, 37-20 at the break. It was 18-5 after a 1 quarter of play. And we were informed by George Edgar during the break. Kate Orness needs just 1 point to achieve his 1,000th point in a Vikings uniform. So quite the feat by the next points that will come up sooner or later here in the second half. And of course, I was there when Sawyer Cluj became the Bremerton Knights all-time leading scorer for the Lady Knights for Bremerton. So both feats on both ends, Jack.
Yeah, no, that's, but I do not think that Sawyer Cluj is there is that. But Deidre Smith holds the record for the most points in a game at 54. And Sawyer Cluj never came close to that.
Yeah, well, so the Bremerton Knights will inbounds. Bulmer. And the Knights will be going from our left to our right to start things off here in the second half of action. 37-20. The Vikings on top. Same starting five. Well, nope, Sellers getting the start here in the second half for the Bremerton Knights. A step around Euro move, no good. Orness will raise up high, get the rebound. Get it back out for Gillespie for three, and he drills his shot. Ethan Gillespie, back-to-back threes, one by Orness to wind down the first half, and Gillespie to start the second half. His balloon that lead up to 20 for the Vikings. Just underway here in the third. Tucker for 16-footer leaves it short. Davies will get the rebound. Long outlet pass to Orness. The step around, a nice pass to Gillespie. Feeds Orness at the free throw line. Elevates, can't get that one to drop down. Blumroll will give the Peach almost an over and back. Kadengo on the baseline. Goes up for a 5-footer. Rolls over the front rim and through. Back to an 18-point lead for North Kitsap. Jaden East going eastbound and down for the North Kitsap Vikings. Loaded up and trucking. On top of the key. Gives it out to the far side to Shelamiski. I've been waiting for about a month to use that line, by the way. Had one in the vault, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, your net for three. Short. Tucker with the defensive rebound. 2-on-3. Spins in the lane with her left hand runner and hits. Nice move by Sam Tucker. Hornets. The great thing is I remember it because I've been going, I got to use that line next time they play. Inside to Orness, spins into the lane for a 6-footer and hits the 6'5" Orness using his height and his strength. And that point right there will be his 1,000th point in a Viking uniform. They'll stop play for a moment and raise the banner. Washington. Well, that's quite the feat nonetheless. To halt play for a moment, and regardless, you got to give kudos to Kate Orness. He's had a lot of help doing it, though, Jim, but he's a great player.
Oh, no doubt about it. He deserves the recognition.
And so they'll stop play for that, and I was there when Kyle Kennedy became the Woobers. I think you and I were both there when Kyle Kennedy was playing the Olympic Trojans, became the Bremerton Knights all-time leading rusher there.
It was at Silverdale Stadium.
It was, yep. I was there when ISPN Sports just seemed to be everywhere for all the big stuff. If you want to get it, go to ISPNsports.com, baby. We were there when Larry Dix became the West Town's all-time leading rusher, breaking Ryan Cole's record he set back in 2000. Way back in the day. Bulmer with the left right baseline, missing the shot, but there's Peach with the offensive rebound. Gets the Tucker for 13 feet. In and out, no good. Here's Shilemilski with a defensive rebound. Large underneath. Orness stays it for going out of bounds. Gets it back out on top to Jalen East. Free throw line to Gillespie. Back out on top to East. That's up the offense for the Vikings. They get 42-34. Davies for three, no good. There's Shilemilski getting the offensive rebound. Eyes a three, no good. Deep, good boxed out that time by Kadengo. Now that pass to Tucker, far side of the floor. Elevate for three. Misses the shot. East with the defensive rebound. Long pass down to Davies. Tracks down in the far baseline. Get it to Shilmielski. Drive again. Kicks out for three. The ripple and a triple for Ethan Gillespie, the 6'2" senior. Drills a shot, 45-24. Biggest lead of the night for the Vikings. Driving in, losing the basketball as Peace gets it back, now jabbed away. Scrum forward on the floor. Nice frantic offense. Finally will settle down to Peace, has nowhere to go. Drives in, hands off the Stellars, can't control it, tries to bang it off for Ness, but it doesn't. Go out of bounds, saved inbounds, long pass down to Davies. Goes up with a right-hand jam. Harry Davies, our player of the game last time the Bremerton Knights and the North Kitsap Vikings met. We saw the Vikings win going away. They're trying to pull away here, 47-24. Biggest lead of the night. Davies, overplay by Peach. Goes off Davies and out of bounds. Good defense by the Bremerton Knights. As Aldi Christian gets set to come back in, Kadengo will step out. Well, it's fun to watch the Pee Wee basketball team. I coached Pee Wees a long time ago in basketball and started the first ever flag football for Bremerton back in the day.
Pee Wees, that's the North Kitsap Drive program that started. Came out from Bainbridge.
Fair enough. And there's going coast to coast as Davies back to back. Rims one through and 49-24. Well, it's turned into a highlight film for the North Kitsap Vikings, and the Knights will go. They've seen enough of that. We'll call a timeout. On radio, we'll take a 30-second break. On audio, we'll keep it right here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bremerton Knights basketball on the Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network. Well, welcome back to the action. It was Peets for three, no good. East with the rebound to Arness. Far side to Gillespie for three. He's starting to fill up the nets. He's heating up as Ethan Gillespie, 52-24. And Peets going back from our left to our right. A big night up here for the Vikings as Cater Ness gets his 1,000th point. Shot off the mark. East with a rebound. And here comes the Vikings back the other way. As, it's turning out what we thought it would be here in the second half. Arness from 17 swirls out, swirls back in. Kate Arness as there was scoring total here at North Kitsap High School, and the Vikings turn the basketball, or the Knights turn the basketball over back to the North Kitsap Vikings. East will come out, Downing in for North Kitsap.
David Kuniga, I'm assuming that has something to do with his current shot selection. And Johnson in for Trayvon Peets.
Arness misses badly, if you can say that. On the run, his Stellars goes in as a shot blocked out of there by Davies. Long pass down to Arness. He'll elevate. Two-hand dunk for Cade Arness at the feed by Davies. 56-24. Klega for a high arcing three. back iron. Ball tapped around in the hand of Stellars. Flips out to the free throw line for Johnson for a 14-footer. Rattles and drops. 56-24. 26. Long pass down. Gillespie comes hobbling up after that shot, his left leg. And it seems to be no worse for the wear as he runs down now. Seems to be okay. Orness hounding Stellars. Clegg will come out with a loose ball to Johnson for three. No good. Shilomilski, the 5'11 junior, pulls down the rebound for North Kitsap. Drives in with a headband and all. Flips it out the window, and Shilomilski scores. So Bomer back the other way, 58-26. Stellars, near angle three, looks good, too strong. Downing with the rebound, long pass down to Arness. 5'4 against 6'5. And Davies will miss the three, but the outlet pass thrown away by Orness. Goes up from 13 feet, no good. Davies with the offensive rebound, goes up to Stellars, and Stellars gets the rebound and tosses it right in the lap. And I'm surprised he didn't get a technical foul there, Jim.
No, I was working on my stats at the time, so Stellars is down here talking to Coach Wilson.
Yeah, he threw it right down in the lap of Davies while he was laying on his back on the hardwood, and good two-hand chest pass. Nice losing their cool here.
I was going to mention that. They've mostly broken down. They're playing one-on-one. Well, actually, they're playing 1-on-5 basketball.
Nope. The free throw good, 60-26. Bomer, nice pass inside, but it's stolen away. To Orness. Goes up. Looks like he was a little off balance. Instead of going up and jamming one home, and just lightly lifts one over the front rim and scores again. Devontae Johnson. Leggett trapped by Shilomilski. Good defense, and finally a foul call on Shilomilski, but a good defense by Vikings. Again, Jim, just forcing the Bremerton Knights offense out the perimeter, this time almost a half court.
Oh, yeah.
And so the Knights will inbound Bomer with the basketball. 46 seconds to go here in the quarter. Bomer to Stellars on the baseline. To Klegger for a Harkin three. No good. Davies will battle for the rebound underneath, and a foul called on the Bremerton Knights. A loose foul called on Stellars. And the Vikings will inbounds off to our right, facing backcourt pressure shown by the Knights. And, well, at this juncture, it's all for show. I mean, all tapped away from behind by Bomer. The foul called on the Bremerton Knights, and Bomer gets whistled for the foul. Knights now have 3 team fouls here in the second half. Shilomilski will inbounds off to our left. And Downing almost tripped the steal. Bomer tries a behind the back pass, saves it, gets it back, tries to get it out to Johnson on the far baseline, and there's Downing with his big wingspan to jam the ball out of play. Knights will inbounds to Johnson. To Christian. And Downey will go up, and he gets blocked by Stellars, but they get the basketball back and score. And that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter of play. And, well, it's been all Vikings here in the third. Your score after 3 complete. Here for Paulsville, Washington, it is the Vikings 64 and the Bremerton Knights 26. We're back at 30-second side radio. On video, we will keep it right here. You're listening to Bremerton Basketball and your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network.